Hi there, my name is Dick Jarvis, and welcome to the third Patreon Q&A for my 3D platformer Andy Jam. This video accompanies the third devlog, and it's where patrons ask me questions, and I answer them, right here. So let's get started, shall we? Atdom asks, alright, I'll ask it. What determines Sportability? Oh boy. So I talked about this a bit on the blog, but I really don't want Andy Jam to become a spillover for Little Guys Daily. I closed the inbox on Little Guys Daily because I was getting very overwhelmed. I had, at one point 300 or something asks. But, I didn't say that here on the Patreon, so, since we're here and since you're asking, I'll talk about what determines Sportability when I'm rating Little Guy. So when I'm designating the stats for a Little Guy, I like to look at their height, and that was back in the 1800s, so a few generations ago. It was difficult to update the definition of Sportability for a modern audience, but I think we're all on the same page with it, and I'm happy with how the project is turning out. Amy King asks, I'm wondering if the existence of swimming means there will be some kind of aquatic vorpal situation or other forms of underwater obstacles. I think it would be very funny to slap a snorkel on a vorpal. Call it a snorple. That'll be the underwater enemy. I'm not doing underwater combat, but there will be underwater enemies. And the name of the game will be Avoiding Them and other various hazards while you explore underwater. Maddie asks, what kind of music will Andy Jam have? Like if you were to pull another game's OST and put it into Andy Jam, which game would it be? I must know the vibes. I have a bunch of inspirations I could pull from, but if I had to pick one... Crush 40, and I'm not joking. Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. I'm pulling a lot of inspiration from those games anyways, but their soundtracks especially, just total butt rock, a huge range of different moods. If Andy Jam is inspired by Mario mechanically, then it's inspired by Sonic Adventure structurally. That's the sort of story I want to tell. And if I can capture that in, my signature sardonic way, even 10% of what makes those games special, then I would consider what I'm doing here a success. My friend Anthony, who creates music, he has agreed to help me with the music for the game. I also don't think I've talked to him at all about this. So, Anthony, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy the challenge of mimicking Crush 40, and if you don't, I guess we have a difficult conversation coming up. Okay, next question. Maddie also asks, I'm really looking forward to the animations next month. Which ones are you most excited to start working on? I'm most excited to start working on his walk and his run and trying to get, tilting into a turn to work, because if I can get that looking really nice, then this thing is going to start to look a lot more real right away. I want his buildup of speed to feel really good and to look really good. And I think those animations are really going to be the star of the show. And I'm also just going to have the most fun with them. I love doing walk and run cycles. Hamel asks, will Andy Jam ever get dizzy from all this spinning? Will there be any fall damage? Oxygen meter maybe? Stamina bar? I just got an idea for a dizziness meter. There is going to be no fall damage, no oxygen meter, no stamina bar. Anything that isn't getting around, jumping on things, combat, moving the story forward, I just want to chop it off. It is interesting though, because we're on the same page about the dizziness meter. If you're spinning and you let go of the control stick and he slows down to a stop, then you have a few seconds of dizziness where your movement gets a little wanky wonky. Sorry. And yeah, for a few seconds you slow down and can't really walk that well. So there is sort of a dizziness mechanic already in place. Leah asks, I saw Andy animated in earlier devlogs. Did something happen that you need to animate him again? Yes, the rig went through many revisions and many updates, and I worked on it to make it more expressive and versatile. Those animations in the first Unity build were also just test animations, and I feel like I can do a lot better than those. Mayhaps there be Andy Jam co-op, asks Patch. I think co-op is far beyond the scope of what I'm working on here. I'm working my butt off just to get him jumping around a room. I think co-op is a very fun idea. Maybe someday in the far distant future, I can implement co-op in a game. But for Andy Jam, nope, it's a solo experience. Sorry to disappoint. Anthony asks, "Hi Dick Jarvis, I'm wondering if Andy is able to collect items and bring them with him
which
on
characters.
adventures."
I
Dick
can't
Jarvis.
I can't
Hi Dick
see
Jarvis. Does Andy prefer Nikki or
help me.
Tarzan?
Somebody help me. I don't know how to answer Dick Jarvis.
I'm Dick Jarvis.